All right. Well, I'm not going to punish you guys for being on time. So if you don't mind, we're going to jump right in there. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump right into this. So, well, first off, my name is Mike Healy. I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules to be on here to view this webinar, this presentation. I am going to be going over a opportunity presentation from our company iBuumerang. Now, you're more than likely been invited here by a friend or family member or acquaintance to take a look at something that could potentially increase the cash flow. So we're gonna see if we can't show you something. All I plan on doing is, as you'll see, is I talk pretty fast. I'm gonna go through a fairly short presentation. I'm gonna talk fast, but I know you can listen fast. And I'm just gonna kind of educate you on an opportunity that we have that I think is really, really something very, very unique. I'm gonna do it with a PowerPoint, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna jump right into it. And let me share my desktop here, and there we go. And let me go full screen on it so you can see it good. And boom. All right, we should be good. So, all right, first off, since I'm going to be talking a little bit about money here, I want to make sure that we have a disclaimer. I will not be guaranteeing you any income. The company can't guarantee you income. Basically, your results are going to vary based on your work ethic, your ability to do this and follow directions kind of. So just make sure you read this, and I think it's important that the company does this. All right, so let's just jump right into this. Now, first off, most people are usually in situations on a monthly basis where they got more month at the end of the, more month left than the end of the money, right? They're trading dollars for hours or hours for dollars. And it's kind of tough out there. And I know, especially with what's going on worldwide, people are looking for secondary ways to create an income. Now, I have been in the home business. I have had home businesses for going on about 23 years now, primarily full time. And I didn't have any business background. I was in the bar business. I was a bouncer, bartender back in the day. And I just heard that you could, potentially make some money on your own, call your own shots, do it, take control of it. And I thought, hey, if I could do that, that would be fantastic. I had no idea that it was going to lead me to this path. And I've done very, very well. I've been able to raise 3 kids on it. I'm married to the same woman I've been married to for 25 years. And it's been our primary source of income for all these years. And this company, though, came around at the right time about 1.5 years ago when I first heard about that they were going to potentially launch iBuumerang. And I said, hey, I'm going to definitely take a look at it, because one of the things that they started with when I first heard this was they're looking at providing an opportunity to succeed without selling, which is kind of unique in our industry. That it's not very often that you get to do that. Their whole theme is to create five-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. And what's cool is they're taking everybody from an outdated business model where customers typically pay more for overpriced products into kind of the modern era where we make money when customers save money, which is a unique concept. Okay. So it's really, really cool. And I think you're going to love this because we've got tools and a proven leadership core of people. Now, the cool part is if you ever want to know where the ship's going, you kind of want to figure out who the captains are or captain. This is a great page. I would recommend that you go to the person who invited you on here to their main webpage and click on leadership so you can get better backgrounds and learn who these people are. Collectively, they have hundreds of years of experience successfully. I think everybody on this page has made multiple millions of dollars in their space. Specifically Holden Buggs, I mean, he's one of the most successful, if not the most successful person in the history of direct selling, which is pretty amazing. And he has supported and helped over 45 people become millionaires in this space, which is kind of cool. So what they did is they created a concept that makes the future of business easier by using a thing or creating a thing called the PRIB, which stands for Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Now, with the PRIB, what's nice and unique is it allows you to kind of create a business that will hopefully and potentially, hypothetically, or could spin off cash in the way that a lot of other businesses do. But if you compare what our PRIB does compared to traditional businesses, direct sales, or franchises, what's nice about this PRIB and the artificial intelligence and the data analytics that's going to work with it and the systems that are backing it it does the majority of follow-up selling, upselling, cross-selling, and training of your team and your customers, which is kind of a unique concept. Now, the PRIB started with our kind of how people get introduced to the PRIB is they actually, what we've been doing over the last 12 months to acquire over 500,000 customers and growing is we have introduced people to a free travel platform similar to all the other travel platforms out there, same type of inventory, except since we don't have to spend millions of dollars in advertising to acquire customers, we pass on that savings to the customer, okay? And then they pay you off of that savings, and I'll explain that in a second. But what that does is that introduces our customers to the concept of the PRIB. Now, the reason we started with travel is travel is an $8 trillion industry, okay? So you're looking at an industry that's absolutely unheard of in size, okay? $8 trillion. I mean, in the United States alone, we're doing over $2 billion a day. And really, like I said a second ago, we have the same type of inventory as all the other main search engines you would look for, except again, we don't have to spend the millions of dollars in advertising because we're doing it through word of mouth. And what our company is doing is they're paying us or paying you off of the savings. So the more we actually save customers, the more money you make. Perfect example, and these are apples to apples comparisons. If you look up here in the top left, the New York City hotel that we had on Expedia was $339. So on Expedia, the same hotel, same time, same night, same whole thing was $339, but our price was $178. So that's $161 savings. Now, the person who got that savings, they would receive 50% commission because of the savings. So what the company does is they pay us on 50% of whatever a customer saves is what they pay you, which is pretty amazing. So everywhere you see on this page savings, if these were your customers, you would be putting 50% of that savings. So 50% of 310, 50% of 171, and then these down here at the bottom, these are what actual booking reservations look like. So when somebody books something with our iGo platform, they'll get something on here. It'll tell them the total cost, total savings, and it'll say here, congratulations, you saved $1,300. So the $1,300 was saved by the customer, Ruben, but because maybe you, Lisa, or you, Tim, shared this platform, this free platform with them to shop on and compare pricing, and they booked it, you would make 50% of that $1,300. So you're putting $6.50 to $650 in your pocket for that. Same thing goes with every one of these. So, and there's no limit on the amount of customers you can acquire. But again, this is just a tip of the iceberg because using travel, it's easy to talk to. People want to do it. Most people are going to really start ramping up travel even more than they already are right now, based on the fact most people haven't. And in addition to just, hotels and rental cars we have on there, we do cruises, flights, homes, weeks, marketplace, timeshares, and a lot of other really cool things. Again, offering discounts to these people for using our service, which introduces them into the PRIB. So the play on words with our company is basically, do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. Well, what does iBuumerang mean? Well, I throw out savings and money comes back. Now, what's happening here is this. Let me explain this whole PRIB concept. So when we acquire customers by getting them to use the iGo platform, they are now basically in our customer database. And because they are, we then, the PRIB itself, the computer, connects them to other verticals that you have the ability to earn money off of, such as the Vibe-Rides. Vibe-Rides is our model of the rideshare industry, okay? We just released a thing called Bill Genius, where you can actually put in all of your bills, like cell phones, internet, cable, long distance if you still have that, into those things, and then the Bill Genius will go through and find savings. And again, based on the same model we're using before, we'll pay you on the savings, pay you percentages off that. And we also just rolled out our first physical product called Zents, which is a wearable technology that helps enhance your mood, which is kind of cool. So a customer is basically introduced to be a customer with our company through the PRIB, the iGo, which introduces them to the PRIB, which allows us to introduce other verticals to them. Now, it's easy to get people set up with these websites because all you do is you give them a code. It's like a 5-digit code that you can go into your back office, You put their name, phone number, email, and then generate code. You send it to them. It's their unique code. They set up an account, and that's it. Hands off. You're done. The customer just goes and shops and does what they want at any time. The other thing they're rolling out here shortly is they got QR codes. So you might be sitting down with somebody at dinner or lunch or for coffee and talking, and it comes up and say, hey, I don't know if I can help you or not, but I can get you a free membership to this website where you can shop for all kinds of things such as hotels, rental cars, flights, and cruises, and usually get a pretty decent discount on an apples to apples comparison. They scan their QR code, they become your customer, it goes in your back office, it's fully trackable, and boom, you're good to go, which is kind of nice. So we have two ways that most people are getting involved with our company. One is through becoming ambassadors, somebody like myself, where we are the ones that go out and acquire customers. We're the ones that go out and introduce to people to this business model. Or two, you can be a customer. Okay, now both of them come with the savings ourselves. You get your savings yourself. As an ambassador, you save around 40%. As a customer, they're getting the 20%, and any savings obviously for customers is just passed on. Now there's other ways to get paid, obviously, but what's nice about the iGo platform is that, let's say on average, customers are saving, let's say annually, just $300. All right, so $300, and let's say you only acquired 10 customers. You got 10 people to get the free website. That means that annually there'd be a $3,000 savings. That means the travel savings bonus that you would be paid, which is 50% of that, you would be putting $1,500 a year extra into your pocket. Well, there's no limit on how many customers you have. And believe it or not, we've got people that have 10 customers, 20 customers, 50, 100, hundreds of customers. And I do believe we have had a couple people that have actually acquired now over 10,000 personal customers just on some things they've been doing out there, getting the word out, which is pretty remarkable. Okay. The other thing our company offers, which is really nice, is we have a team builder model. What I personally like about the team builder model is it's leverage. It allows you to also get paid on not only you get paid on your customers, but you also have the ability to get paid on other people's customers, which is really, really important. So the power of this is you have the ability to introduce people to this. If they purchase a package, you actually earn off of those packages as they come in, left side, right side. You make 15% on these package purchases. But what's cool is every single one of those people that join your organization will have a handful of customers that you potentially, if you introduce somebody and they introduce somebody, you have the potential to override those customers. That's why we build teams potentially. You never have to, but you can. Now, the other thing too about the residual income from the PRIB is really very simple. Is when you're out there and you're introducing people to our service, such as the travel, the Zents, the Build Genius, and the Vibe, what's happening is our team and our customers are being introduced to it through the PRIB as well. Okay. So basically what's happening is the PRIB is doing the heavy lifting to your customers by introducing them also to these other services, making them available for them because they already have an account and you're nowhere to be found potentially, but you can actually introduce these customers as well to these different services. Now, how somebody gets started with our company is very, very simply is this. If if this is not for you as a business, you want to just be a customer, get a code from somebody and they'll hook you up. But if you want to do this as a business, everybody starts at what we call the standby. Standby is $49.95. It's a wholesale starter kit. It does get you a boomerang site, which is where you do your own shopping. You get your 5 boomerangs to send, you get your codes, you get your interactive presentations, which is really, really nice. And you have a very robust back office that allows you to track all these customers. Okay. I would highly recommend, though, if you're going to do this as a business, that you invest a little bit more money into one of the larger packages because there are many more benefits to that. Most of the people that we've seen become very, very successful in a lot of cases are choosing the first class package. My head might be in the way of that slide right there, but it says first class on the top right corner, which gives you more discounts, more access to more rental cars, hotels and flights, cruises, homes, weeks, marketplace, and timeshares from your own platform itself. Okay. That's what the differences are right there when you see the gaps. So the difference in the packages, the coach, business, and first are $250, $500, and $1,000. But one of the biggest things is you get a higher percentage on your bonuses over here on these higher levels, as well as the codes, the boomerangs themselves. at the first class level, you get 50. Now you can purchase more codes. You can purchase more boomerangs in the back office for as little as $1 a piece currently, which is nice. You can keep adding more and more customers to your customer base. But most people are choosing one of those packages right there to join. So as you can see, basically, I didn't go through, I didn't project or guarantee any income claims. This was the new presentation. I'm pretty amazed at how quick it was. So let me actually just stop the share, and I'll kind of close out with you on this. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? So what I would tell you is this, is, most people are looking for a secondary income. There are plenty of ways out there in the world to do that. But what I like about this is most people don't want to change careers, take on a second job, become an internet whiz or anything like that. And that's what makes our business nice and simple. Okay, we got systems in place, got great leadership in place, got good back office tracking software, and we're really, really growing. And again, we're just a very young company, so it's pretty amazing what we have. And I'll kind of leave you with this, because I'm not one of those guys that puts any hype out there. I just lay out some facts. You make your decision. You've seen some stuff. There's plenty of content out there on your YouTube channel, and our corporate Facebook page that you can look for. And I'm sure the person that introduced you here, if you're a guest, can get you dialed in or hooked up with those that extra information. There are presentations like this usually every single day. And I forgot to mention this, we are a worldwide company. Our opportunity is worldwide. We're in over 180 countries. I think we have acquired now close to 800,000 plus customers worldwide, and we're really just getting started. So you're in the right place at the right time. So I'm going to leave you with this. This was something that somebody said to me a long time ago that really got me to focus on building a secondary stream that potentially becomes, a full-time stream. Was, he said, Mike, I'll tell you one thing. This was a friend of mine that said this to me. He said, there's a significant difference between making a living and having a life. And when you can actually kind of supplement your income or go above and beyond what you might be used to experiencing to have something that creates a different type of lifestyle, it's really, really incredible. So I want to say thank you very much for being on here. This is officially the fastest one I've ever done. I usually go through, but they used to have more slides in the presentation, but I think they realize that people are getting it quicker and just want you to get done with these things so they can go get signed up. But get back with the person that got you on here. Tell them you're ready to get started, get signed up, and more importantly, they'll get you started and launched. And we have some very, very easy ways to get you launched, and so on. So thank you very much for being on here. I'm Mike Healy. I appreciate your time and attention. And if you'll do today what others won't, you will live tomorrow like others can't. Thanks, and I'll see you at the top.